Hello and welcome back to Garden and Allotment Tips podcast. It's been a while since this podcast has been up, but we're recording a few episodes now for you to listen to over the coming week, and we hope that you enjoy them. If you've not clicked that follow button on these podcasts, make sure you click the follow button and then you'll get notified as new podcasts come up. And yeah, we have been very busy. And obviously we're now in August and it's still really warm. We're going to get another bout of heat wave coming towards the end of the month, apparently, so the weather forecasts are saying, which is good, but it's bad in a sense because obviously we do need the rain to fill the reservoirs, but back up to help us water our plants. But can we still plant in August? Can we still start things growing off? Yes, we can. And I didn't used to be a grower through the winter periods. Once the winter, once the crops had started finishing off around September time, I then used to stop growing and I used to just pack up, go into hibernation and not come back to the allotment until January, February time. But as people have started following me, people have interacted with me, I've kept going through the winter periods now and kept that allotment theme up. And usually in the winter time, I'm usually doing all the maintenance work, all the work which needs doing, any building work, any improvements that need doing to the plot. I tend to do them through through the winter, as that is a good time to do them because I've never really been bothered about growing stuff through the winter. But my plot is starting to get shape now. It's starting to be the best it can be. Yes, there's still plenty of improvements I want to do, and I've got a few ideas this year on what I want to do, especially in my fruit garden area. But I am wanting to start and try and grow a few bits through the winter. Obviously, with rising costs and everything like that, it's good to keep growing stuff wherever you can get stuff growing for free. Why not, eh? Because then you don't have to buy it from the supermarkets and you don't have to spend your money. Obviously you're spending money on seeds, but it's a lot cheaper than it would be to buy them. And obviously you paid your allotment rent, so why not, eh? Get growing and get growing some more stuff through winter. So what are the sort of things that you can be growing through the winter period? Well, the main thing is if you've got a polytunnel and greenhouse or not. If you've got a polytunnel and greenhouse, you can plant some potatoes now and get growing Christmas potatoes, but they need to be planted in tubs so that you can put them inside the polytunnel and the greenhouse when the bad weather starts to come, when the frost starts to come, because that will kill off all the plants, which you don't want to do really, because that's why you can't plant them in the ground in the winter time, because when they pop through, the frost will just burn them and kill the plants off. So you need to grow them in tubs to put in your greenhouse and polytunnel. You can also obviously keep growing lettuce and stuff in the polytunnel. As long as it's warm enough and it's not frosty enough, you can grow produce in your polytunnel. If you've got a heater, fantastic, you can keep stuff warm. Or there's methods in keeping things warmer in your polytunnel. A method what people use is that they fill water butts full of water, and then when the sun shines through the greenhouse glass and the polytunnel, it warms it up in the daytime, and then it lets the heat escape at night time, keeping it that bit warmer and a few degrees warmer inside the polytunnel and greenhouse. So you can obviously grow lettuce. You can grow lettuce outside as well through the winter period, as long as it's the autumn variety and the winter variety of lettuce that you are growing. And there's still some bits what you can plant outside now, and the sort of things that you can be planting now are autumn cabbage. You can be growing them. You can plant some carrots. You can still plant some carrots. If you think that it's not going to be warm enough, again, plant them in tubs and put them in your greenhouse and polytunnel when it gets a bit cooler. Dwarf beans, you can get some dwarf beans in the ground and you'll still get a crop from them. Kale is a tough old cookie that can withstand the winter, and you can get some growing now and you can be harvesting it through the winter period and into the springtime. Radish, you can plant radish. Radish is the fastest growing vegetable around, so if you're wanting some radish, you can keep sowing them probably up until late September and you'll still get crops from them. So there's plenty of stuff around, as long as you check the packets on the description on the seeds. It will tell you when you can actually plant them. The same goes for spinach, spring onions, you can be sowing them. So there's plenty of stuff that you can keep growing in the garden and keep things growing over the winter period. So if you are looking at growing stuff over the winter period, have a look around. There's plenty of different opportunities and different packets of seeds out there. There's more and more stuff what's getting ready for our types of seasons of weather now, and more stuff that you can grow in the UK. So have a look around, see what you can grow, and give something a try. And who knows, you could be eating produce all the way through winter. If you could grow stuff all the way through the year and be self-sufficient, that would be absolutely amazing. Not having to go to the supermarket to buy anything for meals and stuff like that. Just imagine that, fresh produce all the time. You couldn't live on a better diet whatsoever. So yeah, have a look around, see what you can grow, and give it all a try. So until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep gardening, and keep listening to Gardening with Ben's podcast, and hit that subscribe and follow button.